Hey guys, I finished Resident Evil 7 last week and decided now would be a good time for a review. As hard as it is to be unbiased of this game because this is one of the franchises I gravitated towards when I was 10 years old and have been a fan of ever since, I want to come to you guys with an honest review of what I really think about the game. Way more positive things to say about this game overall, but there were some disappointments I have had while playing the game and really just wanted to talk about it and wanted to hear your thoughts. So let's get to it. I'm going to start off with all the positives first to get that out of the way. If you play the game in VR, you know how fucking scary it is and how real it feels. The scary is better, the aim is more accurate, and it is truly immersive experience in every sense of the word. They brought back some of the iconic things from previous games like herbs, the storage box, and let's not forget the save mechanism. They also did a very good job with incorporating the puzzles into the game, which for us veterans, the first few games in the franchise had an abundance of them, so that was a really great feature. Lots of surprise elements in the game, especially with the Baker property. I assumed that we would be confined to the house where we were playing in the demo, and it was actually so much more than that. While we're on the subject of the property, I thoroughly enjoyed how they split up the boss territories based on different areas of the property. It kept you guessing and on your toes. I would also like to note how fresh it felt playing an entire new game, new storyline, and that still somehow integrated information from previous games with the use of documents and new concepts like collecting dirty coins in order to obtain items like the Magnum or Stabilizer. This is a bit controversial because some people express their dislike for the main character, Ethan, but I found him to be very refreshing, humorous, and his sarcasm was on point. He wasn't over the top either. We're so used to seeing Jill, Leon, and the rest of the gang that we needed someone new to identify with. Especially one with no combat experience, because let's face it, in that situation, we would be fucked. At least the most of us would be. Some people did not like there were enough monsters throughout the game, but I personally felt that there were enough, and the suspense alone of going in and out of doors was enough to make me piss my pants. We got desensitized with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 with hordes of zombies always lurking every which way, as where Biohazard left you guessing as to what would probably happen next. To the more disappointing aspects of the game. Now mind you, some of these I mentioned are for those who just play on normal. This is not Madhouse because most of the things I talk about is rectified when you play Madhouse. But midway through the game, I found myself having way more ammo than I actually needed and was hoping that there was less so I would have to make decisions on what would get blasted and what I would just run away from. You also didn't need the grenade launcher because none of the bosses or monsters were hard enough that you would have even gotten the pleasure out of blowing them to Baghdad. The one gun that barely had any bullets throughout the entire game was the Magnum, which also happened to cost you 9 dirty coins. Pointless to have except for nostalgia, I guess. Now this is just me, but I didn't really care for the interface of the inventory system. They also didn't explain how to combine certain items. It was basically, here you go, figure it out, and if you fuck up and waste your shit, oh well. It was fine for veterans, but people who are new to the franchise should have probably been given a bit more guidance. The monsters, although scary and can beat the shit out of you, were very dumb. They didn't even come through doors, so it was easy to escape most of the time and you didn't even have to use your bullets. And lastly, I am very disappointed in the final boss. Up until then, the boss fights got progressively harder and a bit more time consuming. And I was really hoping for this epic final boss who showed no mercy to Ethan, and it was just, well, it just wasn't there. It was very underwhelming and a bit rushed. Overall, I would still have to rate this 6 Bray Wyatts on crack while mosh pinning the corn. And for those of you who don't understand that logic, it's 8.5 out of 10. So tell me, what are your thoughts? Did you like the game? You agree with me or disagree? Favorite thing you liked about Resident Evil 7? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this video. Thank you for watching.